What is CERN? Now, I'm going to break this down as easy as I can possibly make it so you'll understand it. There is a facility over in Switzerland. It's a 17-mile underground circle that they put 300 feet underground, and it's 17 miles wide. What they are doing is they are taking matter, or you learned this in school where you are. You know what an atom is. You know matter.
360 The Alchemist, School of Enlightenment and Darkness, where you are the teacher and student club of Brownium, where the books are free because they ain't on me, on babies, on brother, on the brethren, as they say, twin. Now I'm about to play this reverend that was talking about CERN back in 2010. He passed away after he did this shit too.
Blocks, the smallest particle.
Oh no, he passed away in 2019, right before whatchamacallit.
They're taking that and they're shooting it at the speed of light through this 17-mile circle, which is a magnetic field and they're shooting it as fast as they can get it because they're trying to go through another dimension. They've already said what they're trying to do. Now, the particles that they're shooting create something. And I'm going to get into this and show you how all of this is working. Now, this is the most dangerous thing that there is. This is the revelation. This is what the book of Revelation was talking about. They are going to have this thing that's going to be in full power by September this year. They've already started up. It takes months to get it at full speed. They had it started 2 years ago, but it wasn't enough power, so they doubled the power. And they started it up this time. And what it does...
This back in 2009.
Other things that it does. Now they say they don't know what's going to happen. That's what they say. I don't believe that. But they say that something is going to bend time and space. Now, you've been watching this through movies. All this time, you've been watching this. I told y'all that they are putting this stuff in the movies because they're conditioning you for it. Because they're conditioning you for what's coming. You got to realize all the movies is about fighting against this alien thing or whatever's coming. They're getting you ready to fight against something that's coming. Y'all there? Now, so what they're doing is with this over in Switzerland is now Stephen Hawking, which is the top physicist. You know that little crippled dude in the wheelchair, but he's a physicist. He can't even talk, but he's must got some type of good mind. He told him don't do it. He said they are getting ready to open the gates of hell. He said don't. He said it's the scariest thing he's ever seen. And you gotta realize this guy's an atheist, but he knows don't do this because he knows that they're trying to open space. Now, every movie, especially the latest superhero movies, is telling you the same thing. All the Transformer movie was about opening a portal to get stuff, really trying to bend space to make it easier for whatever coming from one dimension to the next. It's just a window. It's an opening. You remember a movie called Stargate? It was just an opening from one place in space to another. You got what I'm saying? Time travel. You can say all of that, but it's basically just portals. Say portals. Now, I taught this a while back in a message called The Portals of Darkness. And I was saying stuff that I didn't even research. I didn't even know. I was saying that by the Spirit. And I was so shocked how accurate I was when I researched it now. That what I was talking about was exactly what they're doing. Are y'all heard what I'm saying? So, now, when they take these particles and shoot them at the speed of light, when it gets to full capacity, it's going to release something called antimatter. Say antimatter. So we got matter and antimatter. The matter is good matter. That's good stuff. That's what we are. That's what you can see. But antimatter is the opposite. It's like darkness and light. Matter would be light and antimatter would be darkness. This machine is allowing them to collect antimatter or darkness. Now, they say that the antimatter that they get, what they're collecting, comes from the place on the other side of that dimension. Right? Come on, y'all stay with me now. I told you this is going to be scientific a little bit. Now, they have found what they call the wall. The wall they have found by this machine they got, that there is a wall that they know that is holding back antimatter or darkness. They know it. Now what they're doing this time is trying to find the building blocks of that wall. So
bro, you are the wall.
So they can let what
really it's about your electromagnetic energy and shit. The ring, that Saturn's cube that holds the formation of your existence. So this wall that's being penetrated is like your Taurus field. Your Taurus field is magnetic. Saturn is a magnetic ring. This is a reverend sermon that came out back in 2009. It's 2026. That's how far ahead this shit was. They was talking about CERN back in 09.
Whatever's being held back come through. That's why they're saying they don't know what might come through. But now that they done started this machine up, they're starting to hear demons and all types of stuff now because they're getting close to this. Come on, y'all. Now I'm gonna show y'all how you watching this. Now I know most of y'all saw the movie The Avengers, you know, the movie with the Marvel movie with the Hulk and Captain America and all them. The last one. Now y'all know, not the Ultron, the one before that, because I didn't see the last one. I didn't see the Ultron. I saw the one before that. Remember in that movie?
That shit crazy. That's called synchronicity, ain't it? That's real alignment. That's strange, ain't it? We in a program, bro.
I gotta say this.
All these synchronicities realizing that the world ain't as big as you thought it was. Like, this shit is simulation. Any person you come into contact with, y'all all in the same room. All mouses in the same maze running around. You get these synchronicities with people across the world at random times. We both listening to this weird ass lecture.
Are very difficult to understand if we talk about physics. So we're gonna talk in terms of we understand.
I don't know who this person is. I just heard of him yesterday.
Now you know in this movie, the guy called Loki, which was a god, came and he was looking for this power, this energy source. It was a blue energy source called the Tesseract. This Tesseract had the power, had enough power that if they would, work with it, they could open a portal. Remember, that was what the goal was, to open a portal. Because when they opened the portal, on the other side of the portal, there was like demons waiting to come through. Do y'all remember that movie? Every movie, sci-fi movie, has been saying the same thing all the way back since Star Trek. They're trying to open something. Everything that we have learned is about opening up a portal. And I'm going to make it personal, but first I got to give you the overall understanding. You got what I'm saying? Now, so over there is...
Now remember, he talking about CERN. That's why there's a web right there, because who created the World Wide Web? That everybody on today, where all this information that's connected to this whole energy of what's pouring through.
That 17
pouring through, right through the web.
mile circle is a big portal that once it gets to full capacity, something's going to open. Now,
at this, Jesus.
They basically use the World Wide Web to collect all the data and information around the world. And then it's time to manipulate. Mandela effect time, baby.
Let me tell you a little bit about this.
Because the World Wide Web is an extension of your world. That's why a spider whirls a web into this reality. The World Wide Web. And your reality is a pattern. It's the same patterns over and over again. You on the web. A repetition of those patterns. That code. So there's an interlocking in between your perception of the physical reality and this World Wide Web where all this data information is being stored. And that's when we start having fun with this shit.
They had collected this antimatter, and it takes a long time to collect a little bit, like a gram of it. It takes a long time. But they took and hid that antimatter in a college years ago. And in this college, people started having weird dreams and getting possessed and all kinds of bad stuff happened. This is where they stored it. Because the antimatter, they say, when it comes in connection with you, it will begin to pull the darkness or magnify the darkness in you. See, because you are made up, listen, you are made up of matter. You are also made up of antimatter. Let it sink in. You are made. Remember, Jesus said, if the light in you be darkness, how great the darkness. You are made up of matter and antimatter. Throughout the course of your life, if you never accept the light, then you will remain and grow in antimatter or darkness. So they're capturing evil. Which when that evil gets close to you, it's like a magnet. It magnifies the evil in you. Let it sink in. Please let it sink in. This is what they over capturing in this machine. So when they released this, and they said this, it's going to change people into literal demons. The only thing that's going to stop it is what God has put her to restrain. There's only one thing.
You know, CERN ain't the only particle accelerator. It's the one in Chicago. Bro, them turn people into literal demons in this itch. That Chicago shit. Chirac. Bro, them. But anyways, that's crazy, twin.
Restraining Satan from totally destroying you. But there's also and I'm going to show you in the Bible where this exists. There's also, they found out there is a restrainer, a wall. They call it a veil. That is literally holding back.
Revelations. Reveal. Lifting the veil. That's the veil of the scarlet Babylon. That's the manifestation of this reality, that illusion. Remember, this shit came out in, I believe, 2016.
Listen. Now listen what I'm saying. Matter, smallest building block, matter, right? It's stable. Mm-hmm. In other words, it doesn't catch on fire. You have to catch it on fire in order for it to burn. But they say antimatter is already on fire. It has to be contained because it's already burning. That's why they need that big facility to hold it. They said if a little bit of this stuff get out, it could be like 40 nuclear bombs. So when you start looking at this stuff going on in Revelation, what was happening to these places, now you see why these earthquakes was going on. Because y'all now
this nigga going in.
So
look at this church or motherfucking conspiracy.
So this is what they're doing over there. And what they're saying, and then what they're saying they're doing is that
this church league. My God damn.
Find out
we about to talk about
how
CERN
it was
today.
At the Big Bang. That's what they said they're doing. And so that's what they say. They're trying to reproduce the conditions to find out what happened, what elements came together to give them that Big Bang, which we know that's just a lie. So now I'm gonna go deep. You ready? I'm gonna go deep. Y'all ready? Come on now. You got to keep get your spiritual mind out here. Now, so they're looking for the God particle. Now listen. This is where I best describe it. Let's say you came into you was driving and you drove up on a city. City was full of houses and it was all buildings there and people could live there and everything. And you wanted to find out how they were built, right? So you start trying to break it down and thinking, but instead of you finding nails, you find everything's put together by glue. So you start trying to dissect it to get down to find out what is the glue made out of. That's what they're doing. Everything is being held together by something. They know it. We are here being held together, but they want to find out what is holding it together, right? So they want to mess with the glue. So these particles, they're trying to get to the finest particle to find out what everything is built from. That's why they call it the God particle. Yeah, does this make sense? Now, we know in the Bible that the Bible says he upholds all things by the word of his power. Everything that's into being is being held together by God's word. So when they get all the way, now listen, I'm showing you what they're doing, and it's going to blow your mind. When they get all the way down to the finite understanding, they're going to find what God is using to hold it all together. That's why the war between Satan and Christ wouldn't be a war unless Satan had a real weapon. So what is the real weapon? It is what they're going to try to use, what God is using, which is just the... Now, when we say his word, what is that? What is his word? What is this? It's his power. They're going to find out what it is and weaponize it.
You the one experiencing time, so you Christ. Christ was unalived on the cross. That's how you die by time. If you look above, 12, 3, 6, and 9 on the clock is the north, south, east, and west on the cross. You the one that's been nailed to the cross. You the Christ-like energy already. Just wanted to throw that shit out there, twin. Bro, now 369, Tesla, the clock. 1 + 2 is 3, 12 on the clock, 369. You hold that clock energy, that timing energy, that Christ energy, the crystallized spirit that goes through cycles. All right, devil just lived spelled backwards. Your life consists of time. I only say that about CERN. It's only because we in a CERN lecture where Mandela effects, memory, all the shit that has something to do with time itself. And it's crazy because in this lecture, he don't bring up Mandela effects. Hell yeah, you got the Christ, you the one consciousness perceiving Christ. So Christ consciousness is here. Would there be a Christ without your consciousness? No, it would not. So it already exists within. And you the one keep crossing over from these different realms in your sleeping and dreaming states, having this experience of what you call time, living the sin, going only to the right, all of that shit. You feel me? Bro, now. The S. I don't know why I always say that, y'all. But anyways, let's go back into this.
They gonna weaponize it. This is the reason why they gonna be ready to fight against the Lamb when he come. Are y'all ready? Because when you get down to the finite, it's all being held together by his word. Well, that's what they found out. The scientists are saying they found out what. Now they're not calling him the God of the Bible, but they understand there is a creator. And they found now, what they have found is this creator has built a wall of separation. So that those dimensions that are chaotic, they said those dimensions are chaotic. It's chaos. Just like hell. And we are literally being protected by a veil that God put around us. But man is going to have to, now what does these movies keep telling you? Man keeps, in that movie, The Transformers, Megatron got the humans to build him a body. He's getting man, thinking that man is getting knowledge to open the portal for him. To do what? To let the fallen angels come through. So man think he's wise, and they sitting there building our own destruction. Come on, y'all please tell me y'all can handle what I'm saying. Is this too much? Come on, get your pure mind out. I'm trying to show you what's going on and what they're doing and what the effects are going to be once they get this thing up to full power. All right, now, get your word. Let me give you some scripture. Get your word out. Come on, bro. 2 Thessalonians chapter, did I say chapter? Chapter 2, that should be chapter 2. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And I'm going to show you this so you can understand it. Now, I just happened to copy this out of the NET Bible. It was an accident. I wasn't paying attention to what I was copying down. But this is the Bible. Please don't go into no version. Do I have to get the King James? Because Negroes, you know how we do, you know. I believe the Bible. Trust me. Are y'all there? But I like how this is reading, so I'm going to read it out of this. Amen. Y'all ready? Are you there? 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 1. It says, now regarding the arrival of our Lord Jesus Christ and our being gathered to be with him, we ask you, brothers and sisters, not to be easily shaken from your composure or disturbed by any kind of spirit or message or letter allegedly from us to affect that day of the Lord is into the effect that the day of the Lord is already here. This is what we're dealing with now. People just don't know. It's all kind of stuff going on. You better know what you believe. Verse 3, let no one deceive you in any way, for that day will not arrive until the rebellion, say the rebellion. The rebellion comes and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the son of destruction. The man of lawlessness, son of destruction. Y'all got that? Now, let me blow your mind. You ready? This Pope, this wicked Pope, has just came out and said that Jesus Christ is not the truth. The Pope. He also said, now I'm going to blow your mind, that we're waiting to reveal aliens as angels. Now, to show y'all how messed up this is, there is the Vatican has a telescope in America, the most powerful one in the world.
It's called Lucifer or some
shit. And they say they have seen something coming. The Vatican. This is what listen, y'all. This is what the world is getting ready.
And shit, you should already know. You had a 3-eye Atlas. Atlas is a god that holds the world up. 3 eyes, the third eye. So the whole third eye Atlas, this is about it. Anytime you hear of alien invasion, it's an invasion of the Taurus field. As above, so below, as within, so without. Everything's not outside of you. When they fucking with the moon, who they fucking with? Yo ass. I just hope people understand this shit. I know that sound crazy. So when they say they seeing shit out here, they seeing shit inside of you. Whew. That's hard to understand, eh? They're like, what the fuck? I'm not the moon. But you are, though. You're the one perceiving the moon. So you are what you eat. You are what you consume. You are what you bite. You feel what I'm saying, twin? So when he say that, they seeing shit out here, it's about something happening inside of you. Because you the one perceiving it. So the first law, it's like, you got to look at reality like you looking in a mirror. That's what the mirror trying to teach you. You got to look at reality like you looking in a mirror. Do you believe the mirror made your reflection? Since the world made you, do you believe the mirror is making your reflection? Because that's what the fuck you saying. If you think the world made you. You looked into the mirror and said, damn, the mirror made me. I'm looking at this reflect. You feel me? Got me stuttering in this bitch. No, you are looking into the mirror. That's creating that reflection back to you. That's why we say mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? All that shit. That's a Mandela effect. And she didn't say that. Bro, now. Start having these glitches. And looking in that mirror. Remember that mirror, mirror on the wall? She never said that. She said magic mirror on the wall.
They say
so the Mandela effect's trying to show you their clues. Every Mandela effect is a clue to something else. That your reality is not operating the way you think time operates. What you think is real is just real. Oh, I said what you think is real is just real. Like a reel, a movie, a clip, could be edited, a reel. Through the third eye, the all-seeing eye, manipulation. What you think is real is a reel. Edit and delete this bitch. This thing called time. So I said, when you look in the mirror, you don't say, damn, the mirror made my reflection. You say you made the mirror. So the shit outside of you is being projected within. What happens when that mirror get cracked? So you have multiple different reflections of the one, multiple different timelines of the one that exists. You can manipulate timelines and go into different timelines to continue the constant loop of consciousness, which is a construct, like a mason. Like a Mason, twin.
And it's coming. And they're getting ready for it. And they're ready to read. The Pope said we're ready to reveal the Messiah. This is what's happening while we arguing over doctrine. They sitting there saying, we ready to. That's why they trying to tell you that any church, all churches must come back under the Vatican or the Roman Catholic Church. That's why they telling you that. Because the Pope is, of course, he's this Antichrist. I taught for years that that was a false prophet. He's going to give his power to the beast. The beast is coming.
Woo! Hold on now, man.
Why do y'all think?
Better pass that collection plate.
The
So I
Catholic
can
Church
put
put
a
out the
blunt
lie
in that
of the
bitch.
rapture?
I'll put a blunt in that.
Yeah, it's a
bitch.
lie. I'm gonna show y'all why they did this.
Me like who put a bag of wheat? You don't even say shit. Oh shit.
A false
I'll be right back,
coming. That people gonna think that's the Christ.
See, bro, up the street at Shell's gas station.
And they said his name may be Sonata, that Hindu god. That's supposed to, that even the image of Christ ain't even Christ, but I mean, it's really hard to even deal with that part. But that's what that's why they got that image, that fake image of Jesus in your mind, because that's what he gonna look like. When people are, that's Jesus with this bird and this look, gay look, you gonna think it's him. That's why God was crafty in Revelation to say this is what he looked like. This is what he looked like. So when he come, if he ain't got this afro and this dark and this bronze skin, then we ain't talking about.
Damn.
Y'all
I'm looking like this.
So the Pope, now
you can live forever now. Neuralink, we're going to Mars. We're going to Mars, and we're going to Neuralink, and you really can't even pretend to be this nigga. You're a bot. You go to Neuralink and go to the Mars, and you want to go to Mars. Like, shut your bitch ass up, bro.
It's so funny how the devil was putting it right in our face now, because he know we're too dumb down to even look at it. So they saying they're waiting for
like
this.
Who gonna trust a nigga like
this? For this now, they've been talking about this planet that they've been seeing coming for years.
They watch about
and you can actually see it now. If you catch it on some days or some mornings, you can actually see this planet. So they know it's coming. Now our governments have dumbed it down. In Russia,
like a
has
robot.
Obama. They told Obama, if
that's
you don't
what they mean by, sir, you open the door, these entities start pouring through this bitch. Oh, bro, now you got this because where the fuck did you come from? It's like, these characters just pop up like they just came from different dimensions. You be like, I never heard of this before. Out of nowhere, they just pop up. Boom. Where the fuck, what dimension you come from? I didn't hear about your ass back in 2010. I didn't even know who the fuck you feel me? And out of nowhere, now it's the richest man in the world. Neuralinks and Starlinks and data centers and all this crazy shit. He's dressed like Terminator that went back to unalive JC. He pushes racism. Oh, bro, now people supremacy and all this crazy shit. You feel me? You better start fucking. Oh, bro, now I don't know why people be right. You better start fucking. All that time you wasted, you better start fucking. Then
if y'all don't say that there's a planet of these beings are coming, we're gonna tell it. Our government has been knowing this. They're getting the earth prepared for this. Y'all, come on. Can I go? Now, ain't it funny how our education system turned us off of anything supernatural, spiritual, but that's exactly where science is. Now science is in the spiritual, supernatural.
Ooh, he spazzed.
Are y'all there? Okay, let me keep going. Come on, Tim.
Did anybody else know that every time you get...
Everybody double tap, follow, and share. This is CERN. This is a lecture that went out about CERN back in 2015-16. I thought I was the first person to do the CERN lecture, but I guess I wasn't. Bro, now I used to be like, I'm the only nigga doing this shit, boy. Fuck you, big CERN, Black Mirror, like going crazy in this bit, like, hey, what the fuck wrong with? What the fuck he's roaring? What the fuck this nigga roaring for? Sir. Yeah, bro, this nigga scared me. The B666. Sir! He's psychosis. Oh, bro, now. All right, anyways, let's go back into this shit, twin.
It's coming. This is what the Pope is saying is coming. Now,
All right.
And the man of
I want to go back into that Pope shit. Let's make a quick connection here. Pope equals Roman. Right? Everybody with me? Rome equals Italy. Okay? Who's the biggest basketball player that ever existed where weird shit happened at? Does anybody know? You ever heard of this, Kobe? The Kobe Bryant toy that dropped the last day he grew up in Italy, Rome. Let me start showing you this simulation. This is the last day of his last basketball game where all the stars was there. Illuminati. Shit, every fucking weird nigga there in the world. They give out helicopter toys on his last game. He passes away at 41. LeBron James, he moves to Philly, grows up in Philly, goes to LA, Philadelphia, the Bel Air shit. LeBron James goes to Philadelphia in his 41st year. He beats Kobe's record on the day that he passes away. Do you know what a program is? Where you have these patterns repeating itself over and over again? Philly to LA, LA to Philly. You starting to see a program, ain't you? A simulation. So where timelines can be manipulated. Weird shit starts to happen. Then you got niggas walking from Philly to California at the same time in the world. Just a real fucking simulation. He got perfect feet. Like, motherfucker, I ain't walked nowhere. My shit fucked up. Oh, bro, now. I walked 58 miles today. Illusion. Manipulation of reality. You under a fucking mind. That's MK Ultra shit. And once you believe that, you believe this, you believe anything. Let me calm down. Don't crash out, bro. Everybody just double tap, follow, and share. Come on. Fuck out of here. Like, bro, boy. You don't know niggas from Philly like I know niggas from Philly. Let's go back into this CERN shit. My bad, y'all took this shit over. My bad, Reverend Darby. So the only reason why I'm playing this lecture is because I'm tired of looking crazy when I say this CERN shit. Somebody was talking about this back in 2016 in church. So I'm not the only crazy person. The fuck? There's a couple of us out here. And of course it had to be the brother. Because that's how we get down. Just hold on, bro. Something ain't. You feel me? I did a lecture on CERN. To whom it may concern. Go to the link in the bio. All the information, research, and the AI bio. All that shit is there for you to read. But anyways, and whatever. The YouTube page, whatever. It's all there to win.
Lawlessness, the beast, is going to be revealed. The son of destruction. Now, what's the name of the son of destruction? It's a name for him in the Bible. It's Apollyon, the destroyer. Ooh. Which just to give you some information, the place where CERN is called Apollyon.
Come on now.
Yeah, it's called.
I've been there. I'm acting like I'm there. Come on now.
Okay, now
playing with this shit,
and exalts himself.
Like, sir, you can't say that in church. Stop playing with this shit, guys.
And as a result, he himself takes his seat in God's temple, displaying himself as God. Surely you recall that I used to tell you these things while I was still with you. And so you know what holds him back so that he will be revealed in his own time. Read it out of King James. That King James.
He will be revealed in his own time. So I don't know why he doing this shit. But all I hear is time. And it's crazy that after you affect doing this CERN shit, you have Mandela effects that has something to do with what? Time. Time as an anagram means emit, like emitting energy. So this time shit that you under, these cycles of time, what happens when you stop remembering things in your memory the way they was? That time gets manipulated. Things start to shift. So these Mandela effects are clues that your reality is not operating the way that you believe it is. However you feel like it operates, you get up in the morning, you do things, and then when you keep getting older and older and older, you like, okay, I'm living a life, I'm doing this, but you keep waking up to the same day and night, the same 4 seasons, the same 12 hours on the clock, the same 12 months in a motherfucking calendar, they say, twin. And when they say, twin, and when it comes to this aspect, you know, people don't understand this, but I'm gonna say it to you because I said this to somebody yesterday and they glitched when I said this shit. I'm like, damn, you glitching. They I said I just glitched this. This is why I don't like telling people shit. I'll be like, I'm not gonna teach niggas shit. Fuck it. Niggas don't want to know. Fuck it. But anyways, on a deeper level, if I'm in the forest and I see the same tree over and over again, what that mean? Put it in the chat what that mean. If I'm walking in the forest, I'm trying to get out the forest, but I keep seeing the same tree over and over again, what that mean? Put it in the chat if y'all know what that mean. It's the most simplest answer. If I'm in the forest and I keep seeing the same tree over and over again, what that mean? Put it in the chat, twin. You going in a loop. Okay. You lost. You going in a loop. You do realize, all right, let me say this one more time. What if every time I see that tree, it gets a little bit taller? It's the same tree, but it's just changing a little bit. It got a little bit taller next time. Does that mean that I've left the loop? Or that I'm getting out of the forest? Let me say that one more time. I'm in the forest trying to get out. Glitch in the fuck. This is a glitch metaphor. I'm in the forest. I'm trying to get out the forest. I keep seeing the same tree. Every time I see the same tree, that tree different though. It's grown up. It's the same tree, but it's changed a little bit. It's getting taller. It has leaves on it, all of that. But I keep seeing that same tree over and over. Every time I see it, it changed a little bit. Is that no difference than the reality you live? You see the same 12 months over and over again? But due to the changing of the tree, the changing of you, you say, oh, I'm growing up, I'm going in out of something. But really you just in what? A loop. You see the same 12 months. You celebrate the same birthday. You celebrate the same holidays over and over and over again in a constant repetitious loop. And because things changed a little bit, when you celebrate those same things over and over again in a loop, you say, you know what? I'm going somewhere. Nigga, you lost. Actually, the fuck? On some 360. I know my name 360, so I guess I'm the best person to say this. My name is 360, just going in the circle. Every time you go in the circle, shit, a little bit more different. You a little bit different. You, oh, okay, ooh, ooh. Like you in a fucking loop. So the exact same way, you would be in a forest and see the same tree, but it just get taller. It's the exact same way your reality operates. That's why you have a clock that just goes in a circle over and over again, looping. This hourglass is just the 8, the infinite loop. The 0 up, the 0 down. The infinite loop of time itself. You're on TikTok. Going through a loop. With the same people over and over and over again. It's all a loop. You see the tree over and over, it just grew a little bit taller. Just like in your life. Next December, you'll say I'm a different person, but you still the same person going through the same loop, the same days in a month. You on a loop so much, It's 2:44 p.m. It's gonna be 2:44 a.m. Double 8. You looped up. That's why everybody been dying but your ass. I'm like, shit, what the fuck I'm gonna die? Oh, bro, I've been hit in my head. All types of crazy shit been happening. I'm like, damn, everybody else dying. I'm climbing out of car accidents, all types of crazy shit. I'm just, goddamn. Is it just an illusion? Anyways, my bad, y'all. Don't listen to me, gang. Infinite loop. You don't die, you just jump to a new timeline and shit.
Just read it, somebody. The sixth verse.
And you perceive those different timelines in your dreams and shit. When you lie down. Because this reality is a lie. You lied to me. Oh, bro, now. Go through reality phone and get your feelings hurt. But once again, reality. Real. Like the reel of a movie film. The reel of a movie clip. Constantly can be edited over and over again.
But is older that he might be revealed in his time.
Okay, now what is he saying? He's saying this thing could possibly be seen, but there's something holding it back. So he can't come. Even though the man of sin, this Antichrist, this beast, Satan wants to come into...
The beast wants to come. What's CERN symbol? 666, which is the mark of what? The beast is here. The mark of what? I know y'all see this 666 on this CERN symbol. Those are triple sixes. The beast. And as you can see, each 6 is in a different position, like that loop. That's the 3, 6, and a 9. That's that Tesla shit. Because Tesla's paperwork led to particle accelerators. I hope y'all know that. That's a little unknown fact. And that's why they tell you 369 is the secret of the universe. Bro, I've never watched Groundhog Day, but that shit means something. And this ring is underground, like a groundhog. Groundhog just eating up your magnetic field. Fucking with your shit. This looped ass, they're recreating the Big Bang. That's the beginning of that nigga, that's making new timelines. They told you right in your face, oh, we just recreate the Big Bang. Bitch, ain't that how you say reality was created? Universes was created. So you're creating new timelines through D-wave quantum computers. You fucking, and then you can just span Agent Smiths all over this bitch. It's all types of agents and shit. Administrators of this. Oh, bad, I'm saying too much. But anyways. Everybody double tap, follow, and share on babies on brother, on the brother, and say twin.
Something's restraining him from coming. So these people over in Switzerland with this CERN machine are taking apart the restraint that God put in place to hold back that dark dimension. I don't know if y'all even be listening to what I be saying sometimes. So they done found out that I'm telling you, that ain't just something. Because they meddling with stuff, it ain't that they meddling. They don't
the revelations, look,
retain God.
In this thing you're using revelations. You've always connected revelations to the end of the world. But the end of the world don't really mean shit. Because we don't understand that there's no beginning or end. It's a constant loop. And revelations is just the revealing of what this reality truly is. This real, this movie you playing. Shit being directed and edited. Okay? So you having a manipulation to your reality, your real. This movie. That's why you experience Mandela effects, which means me. M-E. Mandela effect. You know, like the album Future, the real me, the real Mandela effect. You start seeing it everywhere. Shout out Baba Akil, because he been said this shit. Armageddon, the revelation to reveal the Armageddon, to uncover the loop, history, the serpent. The whole reality is just a fucking movie.
Out in that knowledge, then they became stupid fools. So they fools. They doing foolish stuff because they don't want to believe in the God of the Bible, so they go looking for something else. And Satan is promising them knowledge and eternal life. Build this for me. Build this. Come on, put this together. And that's why we have an explosion of knowledge, because science went from real science to the occult. So that's why everything we have built now is occultish.
What's occult mean? Occult mean hidden. So if you living in the revelations where you reveal things, then occult knowledge gonna come out. The hidden becomes revealed. The dark becomes the light. So every time you become aware of some shit that's hidden, you are revealing. And you in that occult shit.
Because Satan promises them knowledge, and they get rich, of course, and get prestige and honor from the knowledge, but they just keep building him a world. They're building for him. They may not know they're building for him, but that's what they're doing. Now, so put it back up here. So you know that what holds him back, so that he will be revealed in his own time, for the power of lawlessness, for the hidden power. Listen to me. You gotta understand these scriptures. The hidden power mean what you can't see. It's already working. This dark side is already working.
One of the biggest particle accelerators is in Chicago. So they say they open these doors to these energies, and these energies bring this chaos out of that itch, and shit start to just go crazy in this motherfucker. So it's not just in CERN. There's particle accelerators all around the world. And I told you, particle accelerators are connected to Tesla, the original one, Nikola Tesla. Because John G. Trump found his paperwork and became the leader of GE that makes all particle accelerators. It's not just one. They all around the world. They keep talking about CERN. Like, no, nigga, these bitches everywhere. These stage lights everywhere. Just what the fuck? Look at bro. He what the fuck? That's how this shit is. You what the hell? What is this? Turned on the radio, a frequency, and started hearing that this shit was an illusion. Hey man, the light just dropped in. Hey, what the fuck? Just like you hear that inner voice, that higher self, like you cracking the code. But look though, it's a code, right? That's why you got a fire snake, because a fire snake decodes. It makes the code melt away. That frozen illusion of your reality, my good. So you decode with the third eye, you start to burn away the illusion that's been painted. And that's what motherfuckers don't want you to do, because it dissolves the code. It melts away the ice. Ice. The ice. You see the code with your eyes. You create the ice with the code. Whew. This code that exists around you. This repetition of loops and patterns. And you say something, the TV saying something at the same time. That's like picking up this damn light. Oh, bro, and they're like, what the fuck? I just said something. Why the TV? Oh, the code is coming out. The Kundalini's uplifted. Reality ain't the way you think it operates. You think this shit was made in the past, and then you watching it now with fusion and all this shit, the goddamn maze.
Get your butt out of bed. Crack that Bible open.
But anyways, let's go back in. Only reason why we playing this lecture, y'all, is because he was talking about CERN back in 2015-16. The only person I know that did a whole lecture on this shit.
Over there with that machine. Darkness, antimatter. There's matter, Matter. Come on,
Free Bird, appreciate the gifts. I see you,
this is the point
twin.
of my thesis, and if I don't get y'all to get this, you'll be lost. They are collecting matter. They actually collecting the dark side of matter, the antimatter. Okay, this what they call chaotic and unstable. It is darkness. They are collecting darkness. Do y'all hear what I'm trying to tell y'all? God put us in a realm of light. This realm, this earth realm, I'm not saying earth, I'm saying dimension, what we can see. This 3 dimension is a realm of light.
Oh.
It's a realm of goodness. Even if you don't know God, there's goodness here. You sense goodness. You can feel love. That realm without the veil is chaotic. It's evil, totally demonic. It is hell. That's why
Now, what we got to understand is, this back in the 16, he can only go through his cipher. But the whole aspect is, he said, it's hell. But how do you breathe? See, they want to base this shit on the word of God. They use the word all the way. Look, oh, you inhale to breathe. And oxygen feeds the fire of your kundalini snake, which is your kundalini, your nervous system that's used to perceive this whole reality. Fire only feeds off oxygen. You inhale to breathe. You are feeding this fire snake, this chakra loop energy that exists within. All right? That's that electromagnetic frequency. Baba Akil, what's good with you, 22 Ant?
Yo, I just want to type in, you feel me, on this. Talking about the hydrogen particle the accelerators and shit like that.
Yes, sir.
I feel like all of us, you know what I'm saying, when we tapping into our chakras, we tapping into our third eyes and shit like that or whatever. When you look at your third eye could be a particle accelerator. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you think about what it is, like what you just talking about with the codes and all that shit being around us or whatever, that's like particles. Everything is particles around us. Everything is like atoms and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So when we're raising up the consciousness, when we're raising up the spirit, you feel what I'm saying, ascending and shit like that or whatever, in a sense, you are accelerating your particles. You're becoming faster, you feel what I'm saying? You're becoming lighter and shit like that or whatever. You can teleport your consciousness, you feel what I'm saying, to different dimensions, different states of being, you get what I'm saying? And shit like that or whatever. So the thing is though, because, you know, the dude was bringing up the whole demonic thing or whatever. We understand now, you feel what I'm saying, or we should now, you feel what I'm saying? This dimension we in now, you feel what I'm saying, is a hell. We understand the hell state is like when you stuck. You get what I'm saying? And it's anything you can make it. People are actually, what do you call that? Let's just say people are living their life in hell right now. You feel what I'm talking about? It's billionaires, there's all type of shit going on here, but this is not the end. This is not the end all be all. Somebody just said earlier that Revelation wasn't the end. It's not the end. You feel what I'm saying? It's the grand light revealed, which will end the current state of illusions. And what do I mean by that? The chaos, the darkness that dude was talking about is the actual set type energy. You feel what I'm saying? It's the carbon energy that exists behind the what do you call that? The tree of life. You feel what I'm saying? So it's the energy that exists in the Kalipoth. You feel what I'm talking about? When you take that energy and let's just say you take on a biological level, and we didn't talk about this before. When you take that energy and you raise that up to the medulla oblongata, the corpus callosum of your brain, in the back of your brain or whatever, that dark region, you feel what I'm saying? You take that and you concentrate that and crystallize that energy or whatever, you pour out or project onto the world what you want to project onto the world. So think about it like this. When we got the particle accelerators and shit like that or whatever, they creating these new realities like 360 was talking about or whatever. All this shit is an illusion. You feel what I'm saying? And we living off an illusion. So when you take that same concept onto yourself and project what you want to see, you feel what I'm saying, into the world or whatever, what are you actually doing? What are they actually trying to stop?
And that's the point. When you can see through the illusion, just like bro said, it's like cracking the code. You stop living in the perception of everybody else's third eye and go back into your own perception. As long as you living through what? The news, the north, east, west, south, all of those codes being casted on you, you living under somebody else shit. And they particle accelerating your shit, speeding everything up. And that's why everybody's saying, man, it feel like time speeding up, bruh. That's that loop, speeding that shit up. So you have to create your own. This is the only sovereignty that really exists within what? Your torus field, that electromagnetic energy. What is penetrating your field and causing these specific seeds to grow? Oh, bro, now.
Bible calls it the bottomless pit, the abyss. It's not a hole in the ground, it's a dimension that's open. Are y'all heard what I'm saying? It is chaotic. I will tell y'all what it is better. The Bible says in the Genesis 1:1 that what happened was in Genesis was the earth was without form and void. That word void in the Hebrew meant chaos. Let it sink in.
And bro, me and bro both know out of chaos comes the order. So look at this as a balancing scale. You do not have order without chaos. So if you open these doors, you can bring this chaos into order. Now, when CERN started opening up, you had shifts to your order. And those are called what? Mandela effects. The order started shifting up the way you remember things. That's the energy we talking about. It's like you open that door, you can pull this shit in, things start to manipulate these timelines. But everything got to be told, and it has been told. That's why the very first, one of the most powerful Mandela effects is Sally Field. Just like you have an electromagnetic field. Really like me. Y'all don't know about that shit on bro now. You gotta know some people to know this shit. Niggas don't know this. I said, who? They Sally Fields. We fucking who? You know Sally Fields with. I said, who the fuck is Sally Fields? Oh, bro, yeah. The first time I didn't feel it, but this time I feel it. When Sally Field won the 1985 Oscar for Places in the Heart, she declared, places in the heart chakra, the torus field. You like me. You really, really like me. That ain't what she say no more. And I can't deny the fact that you like me right now. Me, Mandela effect. Who went to CERN in December of 2012, the end of the Mayan calendar? Sally Fields. Or should I say Sally Field? Her name ain't even fucking Sally Fields anymore. It's Sally Field. And I can't deny the fact that you really like me. You really, really. Also, bullshit. Bro, who give a fuck? Fuck this award shit. But see, it has to happen with movies because movies are reals. And what is your life called? Reality, a real. Me. You really, really like me. The Mandela effect. Me. The real. The editing of the clip. It's always some stupid shit too, little petty shit. Like, you paying attention? Where was your World Wide Web started? At CERN. Where you learning all this shit from? So once you burn your fire snake, you start to decode the tricks and illusions. Like Brother Panic said about this shit. Once you see the tricks, the shit can't be played on you no more. Like, y'all old fuck shit on, bro, now. Get your hands out my fucking pocket. On, bro, now. Get your head out my motherfucking pockets. You feel me, 2020? The loop. If I'm in the forest, I'll see the same tree, and the tree just keeps getting older and older, growing up. That doesn't mean I'm not lost in the loop. Just because the tree changed over and over, which is Christmas, which is whatchamacallit, which is whoop-de-woo, over and over. Since things changed a little bit, you say, I'm not lost. But you're really going through the same loop over and over and over again. Hey, say to it, hey, say to it, hey, say to it. Where you learning this shit at? On TikTok. The clock is ticking. Today on 60 Minutes. Oh, bro, remember that shit?
Which
Like, I'm
means
about
the
to take a
realm
fucking
that
nap.
God is withholding was
Nigga ain't
once
never watched
over
those
the
60
whole
Minutes
world.
today on 60 Minutes.
So when he said, let there be light, he started dividing, putting the veils, block them. Remember he said,
Bro, jump in anytime you want,
what the
twin.
earth heard, sky heard, go heard. He was blocking the, but man is tampering with what is restraining darkness. And just so happens, listen now, scientists have figured out, these physicists know that I told y'all before that antimatter, darkness, is in each one of us. Now this is crazy. This is what happened to Adam. He was a creature of light. When he sinned, darkness came in him.
Talk to me, 2020.
Now, see, I ain't want to use the term darkness, but since the dude used it, that's what I was talking about. The darkness that he talking about is this substance that was existing prior to the existence that we existing in now. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Earlier, he was just talking about in the Bible in Genesis or whatever, what the earth was out form. That might be true, but you're not reading the Gnostic Bible. The Gnostic Bible, it talks about all of these things. You get what I'm saying? Like when you talk about things like truth, will, form, love, and things like that or whatever, they describe these things to have consciousness. They describe these things to be aeons. You get what I'm saying? They're actual beings within themselves. They're actually realms within themselves. It's not just a concept. You get what I'm saying? So when we thinking about this, you feel I'm talking about like form, for instance, or whatever, it's something that you can communicate with. You feel I'm talking about? So it's more tangible than just a concept. So like.
Right.
He like Adam or whatever. What's the word? When you talk about Adam, you're talking about the physical Adam because the term Adam comes from Damu. You feel what I'm saying? Which is blood or bone or you know what I'm saying, earth. You get what I'm talking about? But it's not talking about the Pajeradamus. The Pajeradamus is the perfect Adam. You feel what I'm talking about? Or the perfect human, the being that possesses both positive and negative energy. See, he's only talking about the darkness though. You get what I'm saying? He's not talking about he said he's a being of light, but the Pajeradamus was the being that possessed both light and darkness. This is before the separation of the sexes. You feel what I'm saying?
And you know what's crazy? When you say atoms are the smallest components of matter. And he talking about darkness that is antimatter. So it's like that balance. You can't have this without that. It gotta be both. That's why you have day and night. All of this shit is like a balancing beam. That my yacht shit.
Darkness came into the flesh of man. You got what I'm saying? After that,
So what bro's saying is keep an open mind when you hearing this. We're not saying darkness evil. It's a deeper aspect of a concept. You know, depending on your esoteric knowledge and how deep you is within this, you'll be able to decode this in your own way. Everybody here is taking this information in their own way and resonating within their vibration, how they feel like this message should be received. If I asked everybody here how they perceive this message, everybody would say something different. You feel me? So how do you perceive this? Where your knowledge at? How deep are you into this to where you can perceive this in your way, not just his way? Perceive this your way. Because the knowledge you obtained and learned is for a reason. So we're not just playing this to shift your whatchamacallit. We playing it so you can have different perceptions of this CERN energy, which sparks that conversation.
every man was born with automatic. That's why you ain't got to teach us to sin. We will sin because it's in us to sin. You got what I'm saying? The problem is that, well, not the problem, but the goal of life. Man, I'm giving y'all some stuff here.
Andrew, appreciate the lightning bolts. Freebird, appreciate the love.
To meet the light.
Everybody showing love. I appreciate you, Twin. Kanaya, everybody, I see you, guys.
In your darkness. Which means your darkness. Now listen to me. Oh, God help me. That scientists, that these physicists have said that, remember, that what they are collecting, this antimatter, this darkness, is still connected to whatever's on the other side. And they said, and this one Christian scientist said that demons are attracted to antimatter or darkness. Come on, let it sink in. So if a person, lives their life and never runs into the light and starts to be renewed and regenerated by the light of Christ, the darkness in them will grow. This is why people that don't know Christ and get older, they hard. They just they can't believe, because their darkness has grown. And the reason why this is so dangerous.
Once again, who's the Christ? You are. That Christ energy is already within. It's the north, south, east, west, and the clock. The darkness is the shit that needs to be unveiled, uncovered. So without this darkness, you're not even able to perceive the full aspect of who you are, just like bro trying to say. So, like I said, we only taking this from one source. But you are the darkness and the light. You are the Christ. You have the whole the whole shit is on you. And you nailed to the cross, which is time. That infinite loop. 12369. 369s are the secrets of the universe. Tesla. 1 plus 2 to 12 o'clock up at noon is 1 plus 2 equals 3. 369 is the secrets of the universe, which is in darkness. Now coming into the light. Your awareness, your third eye.
Hey, peace, God. I just wanted to say, I feel like you can be consumed with darkness though as well. Just as well you can be consumed with light.
Mm-hmm.
You can have one individual who pours libations and they only utilize water. You feel what I'm saying? But you have one person that only utilize liquor. But then you have that individual that say, I'm gonna use both. Or I might mix the, the light and the dark. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that or whatever. But some individuals is like that as well. But you have to have the balance though. Because like I know you said it's perspective, and I 100% feel like that as well. But I want people to understand though, it's like we gotta personalize this as well. You know what I'm saying? Like personally, from my perspective, the guy, you know what I'm saying, it's always the same thing when it comes to the religion, whatever. They take it outside of themselves and they don't really personalize it. Now you're supposed to personalize it, but not to the way to where it's like you psychos. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to psychos, but you want to elevate yourself from the mental state that you was in previously. You get what I'm saying? Somebody probably told you that you don't want to go into the darkness. Somebody probably told you don't want to go into the light. Somebody probably told you all of it was bullshit. All of it can be bullshit, but can you find something inside of that shit that's going to help you out? Now, if you can, then you need not to be listening to those individuals. You get what I'm talking about? And when I say not listen to them, I'm not saying don't get no information, because if they give information that's useful, then you take it. But some individuals will stop and stunt your growth. You feel what I'm talking about? But we have to be so, what's that word? Grounded within our root chakra. You feel what I'm talking about? That we know what we're doing. You feel what I'm saying? We know what we're doing it for.
And that's a beautiful thing you saying, because your Kundalini can be typified as your lunar and your solar energies. So the lunar, of course, connects to what? The darkness. And then the solar connects to the light. Just like in this world, you have what? Day and night. Kid Cudi type shit. On day and night. On bro them. So that's that balance of those two aspects, which represents your left and right nervous system. Hence why you have two sides of your brain. So there's two sides to this aspect. And the right brain can't say the left brain evil, and the left brain can't say the right brain evil. So like bro said, this is a perspective. But if you only know one side, you can only perceive it in this one perspective. So that integration, just like I for I, TY said, eye for eye, that third eye shit, left and right brain, balancing that aspect, the cyclops, the third eye, integrating all this energy together mean everything.
I want to say one more thing, that's the last thing. It's the last thing I'm gonna say. Cause you know how you just said like the right side can't say it's evil, left side can't say it's evil, whatever. It can't, right? It can't on a level that that we're all speaking of right now in this specific conversation, it can't. You feel what I'm talking about? And that's what I feel like people need to understand. The people I'm talking about is the people that's here right now, because that's the only thing that really matters. When we on a mundane level, that is the understanding. You hear what I'm talking about? But it's individuals who have the same type of understanding that we have now, that we argue and we're wasting our time arguing when that's the understanding for them. You feel what I'm talking about? When you get to the mundane physical level, the polarities is good and bad. You feel what I'm talking about? When you start to rise up, it's positive and negative, it's masculine and feminine and shit like that. You feel what I'm talking about? The divine masculine, divine feminine and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? We start to deal with it like that. When we look at it in our home, it's our mother and our father. When we start to personalize ourselves, you feel what I'm talking about? It's, you know what I'm saying, it's ourselves and our spouse and shit like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It trickles over into our kids or whatever. We have to really start personalizing this shit or whatever, because it's quantum. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the particle accelerator. So all this shit is quantum, meaning all of this shit is happening all at once. So down the street, they're looking at what we're saying as evil. You feel what I'm saying? Up the street, they're looking at what we're saying as divine. You feel what I'm saying? And so forth and so forth.
And it's like finding that perfect middle point. Look at the cross, y'all. He said vertical and mundane. The horizontal represents the mundane state. The vertical, rising shit up, represents ascending beyond that. So you have these spectrums of your balance. You basically the walking scale. That's why you got a left hand and a right hand, a left foot and a right foot, a left nostril, right nostril. You got the scales all over you. That Mayat shit. That mother energy. You feel what I'm saying, twin? That's why I talk about ISIS. Ice, the code. The code that you see with your eyes. The same code that creates the ice. The formation of this reality. On bro now. But when your fire snake rise, like I said earlier, you unthaw that code. The water starts to flow. The flood. The Mississippi in this bitch. You know all of y'all from the Mississippi and shit. On bro now, that Mississippi River shit just flowing in this hole. That's why they put dams all over the rivers. Like the curse, the dam. Like to block the flow of the water. Boy, you better talk to this shit, twin. All right, anyways. Everybody double tap the screen, follow and share this 360 pack number 25 to whom it may concern. Make sure you follow Baba Akil, Master Teacher Baba Akil on Babies on Brother on the Brothers. Bro, we cracking these codes all day, twin.
You should understand what the Antichrist is going to do is they collecting this antimatter and they going to use it in the tribulation, that when a person does not have the light in them, they will use it against you and increase your darkness. Think about what I'm going to tell you.
Now, remember, take this shit with a teaspoon of salt, whatever the fuck they be saying. All right? We're not here to say light and dark, and that's why bro came up here like, look, don't just be, because you're going to psycho out, just the dark side. Ah! And it's deeper than that. This is about the integration of your reality. Yeah, damn the river, the flow that flows within.
Hey,
Stopping up the land. What's good, Brody, bro?
I gotta ask you one question, because you're the only person that'd be able to really explain this right here. So he say using your darkness and all that stuff against you, or whatever and all that stuff, whatever. Now, twerking is good for you on a chakra level, the sacral chakra level, sensuality and all that shit, whatever, kundalini activating and all that shit, whatever, right? But there's also a flip side to it as well. So it can be used against you, but then there's a way to take your power back. There's always a flip side to this shit.
I think bro tripping, but he ain't. The fire snake may be partially stirred up by what? The whirling dance, gyrations of frenzy. Because that shaking of this coiled up serpent, that nervous system brings that energy up. But then twerking, when it just comes to the aspect of physiology in the body and just looking at look at that booty. Oh, bro, you feel me? There's balance to this shit. So it's the gift and the curse, the day and the night. Without both, you cannot understand them aspects that bro talking about.
Now look, now check this out. if you just out here just dancing or whatever and all that shit or whatever, you go out the band and you doing it because you like it or whatever, but you allowing people to down you or whatever the fuck or whatever because they say, oh, that's bad, that's low degraded and all that shit or whatever. But whole time it's making you feel good. It's actually opening up portals inside of your actual body. You know what I'm saying? Cleansing your body, balancing your chakras and shit like that or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? When you start to feel this, do something for you versus what this person is telling you, what these people is telling you from talking about, you'll actually see. You get what I'm saying? Versus what I'm trying to say is like the dude is saying the shit is inside of you, or it can be used against you. You can't use it. It's the same thing as somebody saying you have free will, but you can't use it. You got
And y'all, we was kind of talking about this yesterday with that Taurus field. It's like what you gonna plant inside your own Taurus field is what's gonna grow. So you have to control what grows, what's planted within your field, your containment field, this reality that you perceive. Because anything you perceive got to come inside of your field. You feel me? But it's really being projected from within. But if you fall into the trap where you think everything is outside of self, then of course you are out of balance. You got to meet me halfway. If it's, as much as it comes outside, it comes inside. Like I said at the beginning of this lecture, when you look into the mirror, is the mirror creating your reflection or are you creating it? Because once you stop looking at that mirror, for some reason, you say the outside world created me. But really, you look in the mirror to remind you, like, look, twin, shit, nigga, this you.
Hey, 360. That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to say. Is the world creating it? Like in ancient time, we used to dance, however it was, twerking, whatever, dancing, tribal dances. But then you have people that come in and they liked it or whatever. They was fascinated by it, and then they fantasized it or whatever, romanticized, however you do it. And now it's like Hollywood. You get to watch this shit on screen. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it was a way of life for people. You feel what I'm talking about? To elevate themselves, to make them lives better, to magnetize things into their lives and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? And so now you have a world where we're living off of that, like the Hollywood version, but it's a whole other side of it. You feel what I'm talking about? That can really holistically help you out. You feel what I'm talking about? So are you doing it for yourself or are you doing it for the world?
And remember, the world is the whirling, that spiral. That's that sacred geometry you seeing outside of yourself, which are your chakras, these spiraling, spinning ass energies within you. Going back into the mirror always reflects backwards. So the outside world you see, this is why they talk about the upside down world and all that shit. Or why they talk about inverted. Because if the mirror is reflecting backwards to you, then what is this world reflecting backwards to you? It's a backwards reflection. You ever watch Stranger Things? They go into a different dimension, the upside down world.
Every thought, desire, deed in you will be magnified. Because scientists have said that when they take this,
we talking about CERN as time loop energy. You're gonna have deja vus because everything you ever experienced, you already experienced. You start having these jumps in this reality type shit. So deja vus, Mandela effects. This is what we talking about right now. All right, bro. Now
that matter, and they bring it, and it gets close to anybody. It begins to bring darkness out of people. People start getting hallucination and death and all kinds of stuff start happening in their mind, and they start seeing spirits and stuff. This is what these people were playing with. And we thought this is science. No, this is the occult. This is spiritual. Can y'all handle what I'm saying? Hold on, Tim. Let me show you. Let me show you. Oh, Lord. I messed with my... Oh, I got it.
This Stephen Darby Ministries.
Put that up right.
The only reason why we're playing this because he talked about CERN back in 2016. I did my last lecture on CERN. So he was talking about CERN a long time ago. And yes, it's coming through his scope. And me and bro just really broke that shit down. But I just think it's very significant that he was, the CERN they talk about today with Mandela effects. He was talking about this shit 10, 12, 13 years ago. All right. Already looking at this specific energy, this CERN. And like I said, we already added to it the time loops, all them different perspectives.
Now, this is the CERN logo. Over this
666.
If you notice what it is, it's 3 6s. Which is
so that's the beast. I feel like that means the blood in the east. I don't know what that means. Like that's the sun coming up from the east horizon, setting in the west. Some time shit, like backwards time. You have these manipulations to your physical reality. After that, you just in a loop over and over again. The beast, and the beast is natural. It just flow naturally. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We just go through it. The man questions his difference consciously from the beast. He understands his integration, but then he understands he's something different from it. And most of us run through this program like, we just run through an automatic program without any awareness of what the fuck we doing, why we doing it, why we feel the way we feel, whoop-de-woo. You just run with the program without questioning that beast shit. Okay? But you need both of these aspects. That without this, you don't even have this conversation. So without this happening, you won't even ever question reality. You just keep living and dying. And die just mean to change colors. So what you think that means? Hue, man, the different colors of a man. Go ahead and die so you can shift into a new reality. Loop your ass, just boom. It's 1637. You born. You what the fuck? I know I used to have a phone in Jordans. I know I ain't supposed to be scooping shit on a horse. Oh, bro, them scooping horse shit. Or maybe they was in the future back then. Timelines are funny. You got Tartaria buildings they can't build, but they say this shit from the past, but they can't recreate the old technologies and shit that we already had. Time, it's a loop. And that loop, that timeline becomes a part of your identity, your third eye, because you have perceived this loop through your fire snake, your nervous system, history, the snake. Always whispering in your ear.
Mark of the beast being a polyon, comes out of the bottomless pit. Are y'all there? Take me down, Tim. I put it up there. This is the god of Shiva in front of the building of CERN. This is the this god of Shiva is doing a dance of death and life and creation around a portal.
Now, bro, what you know about Shiva? He said it's life and death. This whole perspective, like going through the cycles of time. This is in front of CERN. The Kali Yuga, those cycles.
Shiva, he just like somebody just said right there, destruction or whatever. He the god of destruction, basically. You feel what I'm saying? But he do got Shakti, so the Kundalini energy. You feel what I'm saying? But he just represent now, basically, the end times. Like what the nations of gods and earth say, you feel what I'm saying? In order to build something, you have to destroy it. You have to destroy it there first. You feel what I'm saying? There's so many words.
So now we got that cycle.
Now, if I can break this down spiritually, finitely for you. This dance is an occultic dance that is designed to bring, when Satanists want to operate, they know they need demons. That's why they draw circles. Because they got to draw a portal, a star, a portal, a place for the spirit to come through.
So all of this is about your fire snake, your Kundalini energy. It's all integration. The left and the right, Osiris and Set, this and that. It's all creation and destruction. You have both these aspects that represent the creation and destruction of your day. Every day you go to sleep and destroy your earth, it all disappear and then come back the next day. Going through this constant loop in your reality. The day and the night, the left and the right, the up and the down, whoop-de-whoop. The constant cycle, the circle, the clock. See lock. See the lock of the clock. Because see lock. That loop.
Now, depending upon the ritual, they need blood. They need because the Bible says, listen, the power is in the.
Now, how many plasma centers do we fucking need? That's the shit I gotta say. Plasma centers everywhere. Just make that couple. Oh, bro, they here, bro. You can get $6,000. Just let me get that shit. Oh, bro, I realized that like as timeline, you ain't have. It was one plasma center in the whole city. Now it's like 16 of them bitches. I said, don't this many motherfuckers need no goddamn blood every day. And now they coming out with these stories of plasmoids and all this crazy shit. The plasmoids. I'm like, boy. Plasma centers and shit.
Blood. That's why Satanists need sacrifices, because they know that the blood can.
Now, real quick to play devil's advocate, because we got to, Baba Kill, you know I got to do this one. In Abraham, to start the Abrahamic religion, what did they need to start the Abrahamic religion? He said that Satanists need blood. You know, he just, nothing to go against this shit. He said Satanists need blood. How was all your Abrahamic religion started? It almost started with the blood sacrifice of Jake or whatever his son was. Whatever. But then they sacrificed the blood of a goat instead. So all of your Abrahamic religions are started off of what? A sacrifice of blood.
God. Well, look, I'm just gonna say this, though. And he only probably saying that because of his perspective and his understanding, though. You feel what I'm saying? Because in the Satanic Bible, they don't talk about no type of sacrifice at all or nothing. They talk about light magic and they talk about dark magic. The dark magic is what the Satanists be you know, that's what they be on or whatever. The light magic, whatever. My bad. The light magic, whatever. That's where all the sacrifice and the blood. So that's where all that shit come in at. You feel what I'm saying? So that's like where he really come from. Even though he might have not been on that, but that's where, like, I guess whatever religion he in, that's where that shit really come from. So they explain how when if you dealing in ritual like that or whatever, and you dealing in sacrifice or whatever, you're gonna take the power from yourself. You're not gonna utilize the power from anything else or whatever. And that's where they like kind of like differ at. You feel what I'm saying? So I just wanted to add that in there because it's in there. You know what I'm talking about? And another thing is like the biblical God that we have now, Yahweh, Jehovah or whatever. Another name for him is Yaldabaoth or Saklis or Samael. You feel what I'm talking about? And the ancients of that time, they looked at the biblical God of this time as the actual devil. So the sacrifices that they were making and still making to this day or whatever, they were making to the biblical God of today, which they thought was the devil back in the day.
And that's why in 1933 you have a picture of these Jewish people at the World Fair with this entity that looks like Moloch or Baal or whatever that y'all say they sacrifice the wolves to. You feel me?
Gnostics, yes. Somebody doing their research, the Gnostics.
Yup. If you go to the book of Judges, somebody offered a daughter up as a burnt sacrifice to the Lord to win battle. So I was like, damn, that's in 360 pack number 16, the serpent above and below. It's in the Bible, in the book of Judges. I believe chapter 18. And then, you know what hit me today, 2020? Circumcision. which was also a ritual, a blood ritual in the Bible on a child. So we all get these circumcisions where you peel the wounds back. It's like a blood ritual. Basically, you draw blood on a baby. But that's one of the first coats that are belong to the patriarch, to say you now belong to the son. You feel me? Like a switching over from the mother to the father. That's in Gerald Massey's book, Ancient Light of the World. So that blood sacrifice shit run deep. The drawing of that blood.
Hey, now look, right? So y'all hear what 360 talking about with all of this and the drawing and you dig or whatever, right? So earlier, what I was just talking about when they was explaining it in the Satanic Bible, whatever, they were saying how you utilize your own power. So when you take it from this perspective or whatever, right? You're gonna slow up on the rituals and the ceremonies and all that shit that you're gonna be doing because you know you got real responsibility. You feel what I'm talking about? And you don't want to put your own blood ties in this shit. It's different when you taking an animal and yada, yada, yada. Even though we don't do that, but when you look at it like that, it's like, I can just do that. You feel what I'm saying? It's expendable. You're not expendable. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to look at yourself like I'm expendable. So this is why this shit is more serious. This is why this shit is more powerful. This is why this shit is more feared. You get what I'm talking about? Like, they gather these individuals in. This is my perspective. They gather these individuals in or whatever, harvesting the energy and all that shit or whatever. You don't have that on the other side. Of course you do, but you know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of the contents that we're talking about now, the individuals that's here right now, we're doing it on our own. There is no place to build up. I mean, like, meet up. We meet up right here, but there's no church, there's no temple, there's no none of that. But so when you have that, you know what I'm saying? You have like this leader, individual, whatever. Eventually, they're gonna start harvesting energy. Eventually, they're gonna convince you, hey, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's just do that. Nobody really wants to, quote unquote, sacrifice themselves. And that goes back to that Christ-like energy and the Christ-like consciousness, you feel what I'm talking about, and the set energy and or the Shiva energy. You feel what I'm talking about? When you take yourself to the abyss, when you take yourself to the furthest reaches of your subconscious mind and deal with the demons, deal with the monsters or whatever, they're just aspects of your actual consciousness, you feel what I'm saying? And align yourself with them, rise yourself up out of that shit and become the quote unquote ruler of your actual reality.
And y'all focus to what he said as you are a temple. Because that temple goes back into what? That pyramid, that fire. Pyramid means fire in the middle. The fire in the middle is what? That Kundalini energy. So activating both aspects of self and understanding self on a deeper level, that's exactly what he's talking about. That's why it's an eye on top of the mirror, the capstone, which is what? Your third eye. This is all connected to you. That's self-alignment, bro, talking about your own inner demons, the as above, so below. Look at the very below. There's a zero, like the loop, that circle. If you don't, whatchamacallit, you constantly go through these loops over and over and over and over again. And as they accelerate, as they go faster.
Listen to me now. I'm deep now. Can y'all handle this? The blood is spiritual and natural. It can cross both realms.
Now he's spazzing. He said blood is a material that can go both realms. That's the deepest science. It says iron is the most magnetizable substance because its structure is determined by two equally powerful magnetic fields, the descending and the ascending. Iron is the most magnetizable substance. What in your body holds iron? He said blood can go through both realms. Magnetic fields, the torus field. Your blood. He just said blood can go into both realms. So blood sacrifice, blood oaths. Iron is the most magnetizable state in between the torus field of things manifesting in, things coming out of reality.
The more the blood, that's why the Bible says when blood is spilled, the ground is cursed. Why? Because when innocent blood is shed, it's a place demons can inhabit.
Ain't he kind of destroying his own shit? This shit kind of dangerous, ain't it, bro? Like the blood of Christ. He just said when blood is spilled, the demons are right there. Like, god damn. This shit ain't looking good. This ain't looking too good right now. The whole Christianity is based on the blood, the passion of this, the blood of this. Iron is the most magnetizable state in between things manifests like a portal, a gateway. Yo, blood. Go back into what I was talking about, them damn plasma centers.
So when you go, if you ever seen witch doctors, anybody who operates in that stuff, it's always chicken blood all around. Why? Because that's what they use.
Because if you spill somebody's blood, you can't separate the plasma and blood.
Now,
so plasma is blood. Plasmoid.
And if you're a witch or you're
you
are the portal.
There's some hood ass aliens out here right now.
You got the darkness in you. But you need to do the ritual to give them the power to come through you. Now, Satan can't do a lot just coming through one individual here, one individual there. That's why they build a machine.
I ain't giving shit. I don't care how broke I am. Oh, shit. You got me fucked up.
Is this too much?
This too much.
Let me keep going. Shiva, this Hindu god. They got that. This is a symbol because what this god is doing is what they're doing. They're doing it scientifically, what the occult has been doing for centuries. See, science is the occult now. Yeah. So when them witches are doing these rituals, what they're doing in the lab is what witches are doing. They're just not doing the rituals that witches are doing, but they're actually dealing with the elements.
Yes, they are. There was actually a mockery ritual that was done where they unalived the person in front of this statue that was caught on camera, and they said it was just a prank. So actually, rituals do come with the science. What's good, twin?
Bro, every time they open up a portal, they always dance right before they do it.
Wow. It's crazy because if y'all look, there's a underground train station that was built like 100 miles from where CERN is. And it's an opening ritual. That's weird as hell. A whole bunch of eyes show up. These niggas doing all types of dances with beasts and shit. This shit's strange as hell, twin. So it's like in the Matrix, they had this underground tunnel in between two matrices, and the third one, it's like this doorway has been opened. This energy has been opened. You have been learning about this since you've been watching Hollywood. The wood of a holly tree is used to cast spells. So they did tell you it was just an entertainment. Where they talk about the opening of these portals, they open these doors, things pour through, blah, 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 blah. The hero is defeated. Like a programming. You feel what I'm saying, twin? And the only clue you got is Mandela effects. You start seeing manipulations to your memory, your timelines. Like I said, you really like Mandela effects. You really, really like Mandela effects. A reel is a movie. She ain't say that no more. You go on YouTube now. And I can't deny the fact that you like me right now. You like Mandela effects right now. She is the mother of Forrest Gump and Tom Hanks, who's also been a siren in the movie Angels and Demons, where they find the antimatter and destroy the Anakin. Woo, I said, oh, this shit crazy. She went to 12 in December. The end of the world, the end of time, the way you perceive time. I don't know, twin. Mayan calendar shit. Fucking with the Taurus field. You like me. You really, really like me. You like me right now. Just switch your shit up, you bitch. That ain't what you said the first time with your rosy ass cheeks. Bro, they're Santa Claus cheek ass nigga. Chipmunk cheeks. Groundhog cheek ass nigga. Strong. Like, this shit ain't even right. It's a robot. Oh, bro, you like me right now. That shit making me bad, y'all. My bad, gang. Them cheeks is strong than a motherfucker. Y'all can't deny this shit. Look. Oh, looking. Oh, bro, deal. Let me calm down. Oh, Elon Musk, cheek ass nigga.
The witches
All y'all
are
think
doing
bots be having to
spiritually.
say. But anyways.
So you can conjure up demons.
Remember in the Terminator, they could go from the future to the past. Remember the person that wrote the Terminator also wrote the Avatar, Titanic, all these little, these time traveling ass events. The director. Fuck the actor. Look at the director. The one making the movie. The reality. You really like me. The movie. When you understand Mandela effects, you saying you ain't gonna glitch me the fuck out. Let these other niggas that glitched it, they glitch on bro them. Bitch, I remember my essence. You ain't glitching my shit. I remember shit being a certain way. You're not about to gaslight my reality. And then they put you in the Tartarian psychic asylum zone, bro.
Another way.
Put your ass in the Tartarian
dance.
field.
That's what them ritual dances in Africa are. That's why a lot of the dances they doing now is ritual dances. A lot of this freaky nay, all that stuff. It's just
now, what did bro say? He said that twerking activates the fire snake. So once again, you keep trying. Really they creating that energy because they the ones trying to hold the shit back and be like, this shit evil, and that energy festers more. So basically, you got the energy using you as a battery because you need a negative and positive charge. The more you think my shit fucked up, the powerful I get. The more I think your shit fucked up, the powerful I get. That's a negative positive charge that creates the electrical energy, creates the flow. Bzz, 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 battery just busted. The evils of shaking your weapons. Knowing bro be watching that shit like, God damn, hold on now. You feel me? Because that's that shake your rump shit, the same shit that got you into this reality. So how can it be evil? The shit you talking came through sensuality. But as soon as you get here, now X is evil. Like, goddamn, make your mind up, bitch. Are you evil, nigga? Because if X is evil, then you are evil. Because that's how I got here. You see what? And that's why bro came up here. It's a balance thing. Oh, bro, no.
That's why it makes
make your fucking mind up. Because you got here through fuck. Unless you a bot.
In voodoo, if that's what they do to conjure up Isu, them voodoo demons, they dance and then they go into a trance, which is what the clubs are modeled after. You do know when you was in the club and all that, that's what the club really was modeled for.
Nigga, how you know about? Look, bro was there just last week. You know when you in the club and shit, he's drinking that Hennessy.
You can cause them to transcend.
See that bad little shoulder across the look like what?
What are they transcending from? So demons can come through. They creating a portal. The dance is creating a portal. But that's why once a person gets into dance, you get sexual, you get lustful.
When you fuck somebody, what you doing? You dancing. Two different opposites are getting together to dance, and the portal is created to manifest the physical entity into this reality. That's why a vortex is created. That's why it gets so hot. The fire snake is now dancing. That Kundalini energy.
Come on, is this too much? Now, is this too? Are y'all hearing what? Are y'all understand what I'm saying? So this Shiva god is doing a dance called destruction, then recreation. Destruction and recreation.
That's why you say God damn. That's a fire snake. Damn is the curse. God is supposed to be good. God damn. It's the curse, but it's the gift. You can't have one without the other. Just like a plug. Do you have a one thong plug? Your plug always got two thongs to plug in. Negative and positive. Can't have one without the other. Ain't that a bitch?
Place up her, Tim. The circle is a portal. Now, let me show y'all what
people
circle.
trying to pretend like they good, they really trying to be bad. And people that be bad really, bro, them on some straight mind control shit. And that's why you find out later these fake good niggas, you be what? They did what? You did. He was smacking bitches everywhere.
Like, come up here.
You what the fuck?
This is what
Oh,
CERN is. It's
not
17
him.
miles of like a snake all the way around, which is just the Horus, which is the Freemason, but I ain't got time on that. This is what it is. It's a machine, but it's like a lumpy 17-mile long snake
Hello,
that
I'm
they
one of the people that got smacked the fuck. Oh, bro,
shoot
this
these
ain't
particles
the
through at the
craziest
speed
shit.
of light. Real fast, trying to get it go real fast. Now, it even looked like a portal. It's a portal. Now, come take me down, Tim. So Shiva's doing this dance, and the goal is destruction first, chaos, then recreation. You got what I'm saying? So what they are doing is destruction. They gonna destroy some stuff with this machine. They believe that's where the earthquake came from in Nepal. When they started that machine up, they started earthquakes. Anyway, and then the rebirth, which is the fake Messiah. Y'all got what I'm saying? Now can we keep going? All right. Let me back up there, Tim.
Porto Airport. You're gonna start realizing, somebody said some crazy shit yesterday. They said, shit, when you go to another city, you just go into a whole nother simulation. I've been did a lot of traveling, and I'm like, you know what, bro? And that's why he said, that's why you be like, the sun's different here, this is different here. Nigga, you don't even understand, like, the way you travel is some portal shit. It's deeper than that. Like, where you start your beginning and where your destination is, you already at your destination, just in a later cycle of time. You already there. You went through a portal. You just looking at the traveling through it and say, oh, I'm traveling foot by foot. Really, you're going through a portal. That's why they had to do the Philly to Cali walking ritual at the same time. LeBron went from Cali to Philly to insert you back into this reality and make sure you still understand your map is your map. You really trust this shit. You don't understand, you porting. That's why you don't never see a plane flying unless it's taking off or landing. Once it go above a certain, it goes through a portal. Oh, bro, you ain't never seen a plane unless it's about to land or take the fuck off. After that, that bitch just disappeared. Poof. And that's why they call it a manifest destiny. Woo! That's what the shit they call it, the portal thing. They be like, we have 63 souls on here. What the fuck you calling me a soul for? Oh, bro, then want some crazy shit. Like, we know we going through portals in this bitch. Fuck you mean, boy? And that's why Bermuda Triangle planes disappear. Anchors act. It's electromagnetic energy. But that's where all the hurricanes travel, which is a vortex. Just like the vortex is within you. So anywhere where you have vortices at, just like Dorothy of Oz went into a different world, you gonna have that going into a different world shit. Them niggas just went to different timelines and still landed their plane, went to their families. In this timeline, they disappeared. In another timeline, they been made and did all that shit. They shit, what the fuck good? Slip that ass into another torus field, another electromagnetic frequency, that triangle shit. The triangle. Because consciousness is a construct. So then you start dealing with the what? The triangle up, the triangle down, all them different perspectives, twin. Do we have a triangle? That's why you love Masons. The all-seeing eye, your third eye, that you use to perceive this reality, the Cyclops. The Mason constructs and builds things. Reality just becomes what? A construct of consciousness.
Did I read that? No. Here we go. So that what holds him back, we revealed his own time for the hidden powers of the lawless is already at work. However, the one who holds him back would do so until he is taken out. Now listen, taken out. Didn't say he was moved or he left. They done found a way to take it out of the way. They take it out the restrainer. So break it down. Let's go. Can we go further? Come on. Can we go further?
That's why you see it, the whole world through somebody else's lens, the all-seeing eye. You look up at your phone, the all-seeing eye watching you right now has been watching you this whole life. Your phone. Always got an eye on you. The all-seeing eye. He like, I got your ass, bitch. Start blinking and shit. You what the fuck? Always watch. So you go wake up, you grab your phone. Motherfucker just looking at you, just one eye on your ass. And all eyes come with a mouth. The microphone. The phone. Woo. Oh my gosh. And it becomes your whole construct of reality. You say, look what I seen on the phone. And you start to be mind controlled. Okay, ultra. You start saying stupid shit. Oh, that's extra stupid. Stupid shit. Nigga foot perfect. I walked 3,000 miles. Bitch, no the fuck you did it. Your foot look like you ain't ever worked 40 hours in your... Just real illusion dream shit. Painting a reality that you didn't see. And then you'll say stupid shit like this. As a Eggman, my outcomes are everybody dies. That was stupid. You'd be like, oh, I'm so sad. That's so crazy. Like, bro, everybody died. Everybody shit ended to death. That's everybody's outcome. Dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. It just becomes a mental conditioning. .369, the loop, the clock, the lock. You're on TikTok. Going through the loop, the timeline. From Philly to Cali, from who going to Cali to Philly at the same time. Oh, wow, what a coincidence. Looping your shit. Right in your face, loop rituals. Kobe's last game, a helicopter. From Philly to LA, LA to Philly. Kobe was born in Italy, the Vatican. It's that Roman shit. That's why you bet, gamble, mafia, Roman shit. Roaming around this bitch. LeBron went to Philly in his 24th year. Number 24, Kobe. He's 41. Kobe passed away when? 41. Gave out a helicopter when? Huh? Last game gave out the helicopter toy. Boy, niggas playing with the game. Did you hear what happened to Kobe? Turning your shit. Just hit the switch again and drop Popeye's chicken sandwiches. Who cloned Tyrone at that ass? And the reason why we talk about this is because the people that realized that people was being all this shit, could they be under that mind control? So if you are aware of it, can you be under that same shit? That's why you become aware of it. It ain't just because we just talking about this shit because we trying to scare you. No, because once you're aware of the tricks and the truth, the rules, you can stop being under MK Ultra, mind control. Where they make you talk about what I want you to talk about. I make you look at what I want you to see. When you look in the reflection of your mirror, you see what I want you to see in this reality. Not even your own reflection. Know thyself.
Further. So it says, put it back up there, Tim. Have the one, say the one, who holds him back would do so until he He taken out of the way. Okay, so we know that what's restraining is a he. Right? So what is restraining evil?
It's like the patriarch. This is just a patriarchal understanding of shit. But then the same patriarch of science and all that shit launched you into this loop shit. Science and Einstein and all this nuclear shit. And really it's just all magic. You've been in a loop. Everybody been in a loop. Your whole timeline is just a loop. I don't know how to say this shit. An illusion. You don't even know what the fuck you ate 2 Tuesdays ago. Let alone what happened 200 years ago. But you keep saying the same tree, just get it older and older and older. And you say, since that tree getting older, even though I'm seeing the same tree, December 12th, December 13th, you just keep seeing the same dates over and over again. You say, you know what, since the tree got bigger, I must be going somewhere. But really, it's a loop. It's a cycle. It's the Christ, the cross, the 12-3-6-9. All of the aspects of the clock. The same clock that you use to count up time. Tick-tock. Time just constantly ticking on that ass. That's why people time speeding up. Like bro said,
he restraining evil.
Accelerating.
And we know him in the person
shit up.
of the Holy Spirit. But y'all not catching how powerful this is. Even sinners.
TGIF,
right now,
appreciate the gifts, twins. YK, I see you, gang.
So what are they doing? They finding a way.
Anybody want access to the documents, make sure you go to the link in the bio, get your 360 packs. Name, read, synchronicity reads, all the information is available for you. We appreciate you, twins.
Now, there was when I studied this a while back, there was a scientist that said, listen now, I think I told y'all this, that there is an invisible shield around the earth. They can't see it, but they know it's there. They said this shield is holding back stuff, but they can't see it. See, the earth is protected.
That's Saturn's cube.
So what are they doing? They finding ways to punch holes in the shield. Because God is so good.
She said the invisible shield. They feeling this shit, bro. Was cold. She said the invisible shield. Fuck you mean? The shield, the field, the electromagnetic field. That's the torus field that you perceive within this reality. If it's penetrated from something outside, then the whole seed can be manipulated. The star seed, the apple, the torus field. It's like when you cut an apple in half, it's the 5 stars. It's a pentagram, it's you. Arm, leg, arm, head. That's why they talk about poison apples, fuck up the bunch and all that shit. You are the apple. It's the code. Alright?
That is. That he has put something here for those that even don't love him will still be protected if they don't start messing with Satan's devices and open a hole for themselves. Y'all catching what I'm trying to tell y'all? You start sinning will create a hole. Did I not tell y'all that a while back, the portals of darkness? Sin is sin attracts antimatter. Darkness. It creates a hole, a place, an atmosphere for demons to dwell. That's why you go in some places. This evil's been happening there. I don't feel good. Well, no, why you feel like in there? Because man, it got all kinds of portals in here. That's why I never, when I found out haunted house, no, I'm going to haunted house. I'm going nowhere where they celebrating, conjurating, nothing. Going some people's out there, oh man, what's wrong? What's going on? The chaos is in there. They got something going on. Are y'all there? Okay. Lord help me get done. Lord, look at what time it is. Come on. Okay, so see, he is taken out of the way. Then he taken out of the way. Now, when I say they found what has built the wall, the veil. They calling the veil. Come on, y'all. They call it in the veil. They found what they found the particles that make up the wall. And this time they started up the machine. The goal is to deconstruct the actual veil that's restraining darkness. Y'all should, oh man, I don't know if y'all even, you ain't gonna hear this teaching nowhere. All right, come on, Tim. And the lawless, then the lawless one will be revealed. Well, the lawless one will be revealed if the veil was moved, because you talking about the dimension, you talking about from here to here. But it's a veil there that's keeping him from doing what he want to do and keeping us from being affected as much by him. But once the veil is removed, then the lawless one will be revealed, whom the Lord will destroy. Now this is what's going to be the time clock when they punch through this
time clock. The clock. See what I'm saying?
That's
You didn't know
what
about
Christ said.
Mandela
That's
effect
right.
shit.
Now why? Because they have assaulted the Holy Spirit now. Time to roll. He gonna come destroy him then. Come on. Let me show y'all how they put that in the movie. Can y'all? You remember in the movie The Avengers when Thor was telling Captain America that because y'all mess with this energy source, this Tesseract, the other dimensions see that Earth is ready for another level of warfare. See, because y'all open this portal. That's all enough teaching. And then the lawless one will be revealed, whom the Lord will destroy with the breath of his mouth. I told y'all, why is this the breath of his mouth? Because we're no longer talking about natural beings. Ain't that gonna be powerful, man? The breath of his mouth, and wipe out by the manifestation of his arrival. So what are we talking about here? Light. We talking about light. Because what we talking about, they don't open darkness. Light. That's how powerful our God is. That just when he show up, the brightness is going to burn up everything. All right. That's why you're going to need a glorified body. Because anything that ain't protected by light will be destroyed, will be burned up. Come on, let's go.
That shit sound like the sun, don't it?
Thank you, bro. Okay. The arrival of the lawless one will be by the Satan's working with all kinds of miracles, signs and wonders, signs and false wonders, and with
now think of all this shit, self-driving cars and fucking Neuralinks and all this shit right here. Remember that in the movie Terminator, he came back to murder somebody named JC. So you already have an entity that is emulating that Terminator energy. What you think they're trying to tell you?
every kind of evil deception directed against those who are wait.
Came back from the future. You having mistakes in your Mandela effect, your memory. Things that happened in the past, you remember that shit different in the future. Time traveling shit. Remember that Elon Musk already has a book out called The Civilization on Mars that came out in 1957. That said that a nigga named Musk was going to run the political civilization of Mars, which is your root chakra. That's like running the earth type shit. It's all code. But once you activate the fire snake, you melt down the code, you can see the flow. He is next to Donald Trump that also has a book predicted about him. The Last President, 1899. That says that a person named Don, the adventures of Baron Trump. Donald Trump's last name is Baron Trump. Donald Trump's uncle found the particle accelerator, found Tesla's paperwork, and became the leader of particle accelerators. You feel what I'm saying, twin?
Not those who are saved. is against people who are already lost. Why can't he direct it against
Appreciate
us?
whoever just got the.
I'm telling y'all, you ought to be glad you sealed with the Spirit of God. Why? Because they found no place in their hearts for the truth so as to be saved.
So what's
Man,
the
that's a
truth?
scary thought. They
Shit,
found-
when your ass deny these Mandela effects, denying that the manipulation of your reality, you denying some shit. The Nile is a river in Egypt. You still think you an African American? You in denial. What the fuck is going on? I'm an African American speaking English. You all over the fucking place. Got your mind scattered. Different timelines. I'm an African American. So there's only one African American in this world. And it ain't your ass. Timeline man. Baraka. Where the fuck you think he came from? He came from beyond the veil. Open that door. There's a particle accelerator in Chicago. A nigga just pop up out of nowhere and be... Let me shut up. Before
Make
they
no
come
place.
and be mine.
There was no place
Bro,
found
I
in
got
that
something
heart
for you
the
though.
truth. Consequently, God will send them strong delusion or deluding influence so that they will
Finish
believe what is
him.
false.
Take
Now, this
your
lie we've been talking about for a
left
while. But
pinky
what is the lie?
and put it in your ear.
That this thing coming, this beast is God. Bible says he gonna set himself on the temple, call himself God. The world gonna think he's God. That's the lie.
I'll take your pinky
But he
toe
gonna
off,
give them strong delusion because the
It
truth
come out
wasn't
your
in them anyway.
nose. I pulled it out.
To believe the lie. Come on, Tim.
I wipe it with some tissue. It's called the blessing.
And so all of them who have not believed the truth, but delighted in evil, will be condemned. But we ought to thank God always for you, brothers and sisters, loved by the
Because
Lord.
they talking about opening up portals to different timelines and shit, opening the door to a veil. Then you start getting these entities that are very questionable and just gain power really quick, like real mind control shit. Just Barack Hussein Obama. Fight. Beat the whole world. That's just, did you hear about the new black president, Barack Hussein? Like, what was his name? Who, what? And at the same time, you have a significant boost in violence. You start calling Chicago the exact... Anyways. Okay? Mind control. You start seeing the mind control of this reality. This is the shit we talk about. You just start falling for anything. Now the next president names are the same names of the enemies that you supposed to be fighting. Ain't that like some alternate timeline shit? Just like you an African American speaking English, this nigga got a... Anyways, let me calm down. This nigga got 3 different days from 3 different places. Do you understand where I'm going with this? You just open portals and open doors. Anyways, your timeline does not operate the way you think. If you want to think you was a slave, then okay. You never seen a slave. You ain't seen shit. That's a loop. That's that CERN shit we talking about. But you got so caught up in your nervous system about this shit that somebody else told you. That you didn't truly perceive. It's always through somebody else's eye. Everything is. Just like a camera being conveniently set up at the exact same time, you have the biggest event in American history on a certain date. 2001. An eye just set up right there so you can perceive shit through one person's eye. The all-seeing eye. That evil eye shit we be talking about. Evil is live spelled backwards. This has something to do with your understanding of the loops of time itself.
Because God chose you from the beginning for salvation through sanctification, listen, by the Spirit. By the Spirit and in faith and in truth. That's why I told you the Spirit is going to be everything. Those with the Spirit of light or Spirit of God in them, they won't be deceived. Why do you think they try and kill you? They want you gone. Because we walking around with this light, this truth. That's why when you show up somewhere, if you really walk in the light, they just get mad at you just because you've been truth. You ain't saying nothing about their lifestyle. You just walking into the truth. Come on. He called you.
Niggas do be hating on you all the nothing. God damn, I'm just breathing in this bitch thing. I don't like you.
Of our Lord Jesus, the glory, the light of our Lord Jesus Christ. Okay, now go to Revelation 9.
My God, damn, fuck I do.
Revelation chapter 9. Now do you see what Satan?
Remember, your presence is your essence. Presence, essence. So your presence is your essence. So where you ever at in the present moment, that's where your raw, divine spark, your essence, your soul lies. Your presence, your essence. Okay?
Doing. Please tell me you can understand what Satan is doing, why they're using this, what this whole end time, how people who was trying to decipher the book of Revelations, that's why they got it so wrong 50 years ago, because they don't understand the new technology is what Daniel said needed to be increased. When men shall listen, go to and fro.
Cho em đấu một bài mà lên.
Worldwide travel, being able to go from, you go on the internet and go from here to China, like that. The internet is actually the net, the way of the
Sếp em sắp like với anh Bình ơi, anh Bình.
Anyway, but we ain't gonna get that. But knowledge has to be increased. So these guys were trying to decipher prophecies without knowing what is the internet. 50 years ago, they didn't know what it was. That's
Ông
why
nào không chịu
it's so wrong.
Mà sao ông vô mà like mình làm cái gì ta?
Because they needed
Thôi đọc
technology.
hết rồi.
Now we realize that what John was seeing, they was trying to symbolically say it was that. Now you realize, no, that's what it was. Them beasts demons coming out of the bottomless pit, them scorpion heads, they symbolize that. So it'll be a tank. No, that's going to be a scorpion head.
Now, when they go into the scorpion, what is a scorpion? A scorpion is an arachnid. Okay, so they're talking about these scorpions, but a scorpion is an arachnid. And where is your internet based on? What terminology? The World Wide Web. So this whole scorpion energy and the sting is based on the data being passed through the web, the World Wide Web that was started at CERN. So when they start talking, I know this for personal, that a scorpion is an arachnid. And arachnids are spiders. They spin webs. Your World Wide Web was started at CERN. And now you are seeing manipulations to the data within your reality. To the point you use the web, the scorpion's web, the arachnid, to check the motherfucking Mandela effects. Like, was this, that? And you see shit has manipulated within your reality through that web, through the Google, through the goggles of somebody else. So you are understanding the hijacking of the third eye and how you have to start perceiving shit through your own third eye. Realize these timelines that have been shifted. And that reality is not operating the way that you believe that it operates.
But see, we didn't know that because we were thinking about in our own natural time, and all them brothers wrote them books to deceive people. Really, they was wrong. That's why the Bible says, be careful, don't be messing with that book of Revelation. Don't take nothing away from it, don't add nothing to it. Because really, in the time of the end, it's be revealed. That's why it's being revealed. That's why everything is falling out now. All the truth is coming out. That's why Satan is just going crazy, because all the truth is coming out. I mean, he's using so much distraction. He's using everything he can to stop people from just, come on, let's go. Revelation 9. You got that, Tim? Verse 1. You ready? This is what's happening when they open this seal. Open this portal. And you do know there's more than one CERN.
Man.
They got about 14 of these machines in the world. I forgot to tell y'all that.
Oh, yeah. Right in Chicago, the Fermi Lab. These machines are everywhere, so you can birth any entity into this reality. The Mandela effect. Where is Nelson Mandela from? South Africa. The same place where the richest man happened to just sprout out. Opening up these doors, entities pour through that ass.
So think about
Anybody who get a book package from here until Monday, there will be a private class on Monday. So if anybody wants access, make sure you utilize the link in the bio. Get your books. You will be receiving a private class link on Monday through Google Meet. We appreciate you, 2020.
when the Bible says this seal was open, the first seal was open, the second seal was open, the third seal was open.
Because some things I just can't say up here. So I want to show a deeper aspect of the code, but it won't be said up here.
What it's talking about. That should have blew your mind right there. As a matter of fact, it's not 14. I think it's 7. I think it's 7 of them. They got 3. I think they said they got 3 here. They're not as big though as that biggest one, but they got them here. They got the 3 of them here. So they opening seals. Come on, y'all, think about what we're saying here. Then the 5th angel blew his trumpet, and I saw a star that had fallen from the sky to earth, and a star fallen to the earth sky, and he was given a key. What was he given the key? The key was to the shaft. Listen to the language of the bottomless pit. The key was to the open. It was a key head to open a pit. Now, remember I told y'all the Pope said something's coming. Yeah. They seen it. Now you can just look this up yourself. They know it's coming. The world is, they ain't telling you because you're panicked. The superpowers are getting ready for this. Yeah. They know it's coming.
But they do tell you through movies, Disclosure Day. They show you these images over and over again. They did show you they casted the spell already. But the spell must be casted so you can wake the fuck up. You'll never know what to wake up from if you don't know that a spell has been cast. So it's about your awareness, shifting your awareness to understand this deeper code. That the reality, the real that you are perceiving, it's a real, it's a movie. Just like reels can be edited. So you see that with Mandela effect, CERN, all those different aspects. Which becomes the B666.
It's what's going to be
you only understand one perception of reality.
Whatever they got coming is what's going to open this thing. But listen, he opened the shaft of the abyss. Smoke rose out of it like a giant furnace. The sun and the earth were darkened with the smoke from the shaft. And out of the smoke came locusts onto the earth. And they were given power like scorpions of the earth. Now these demons is coming through this portal. Right. See, we used to think they was biological. We know, come on, biological weapons. That's what. But these are spirits.
But what is your TV? Your TV is a Black Mirror. So when you watching these animations in your Black Mirror phone, what's coming through your portal? The World Wide Web was started at CERN. And now you have access to all these different mediums where this information just always coming through. You always learning some new shit. Where the fuck all this shit come from? How is your phone working? With the eye in the middle. So the opening of this portal, the opening of this World Wide Web CERN shit, you seeing this pouring in of all these different timelines. And that's why we having confusions called Mandela effects. Where everything is shifting within our reality.
That have found a way to cross over. Through man meddling. They were told not to damage the green grass. Ain't that something? Listen to what is leading the world right now. What organization really leading the world? EPA, Environmental Protecting Agency. They'll kill you over a tree. See, don't touch the grass. Don't mess up the grass. Kill the people.
They called him trash and made him beg at a birthday party for $1 million. He smiled and bought.
Because we're the bloodline. We're the tree. The family tree. You ever heard of that? That's a bloodline.
See, because they want the earth to go back to the utopia. That's why they want billions of people to die, so they think the earth gonna go back to this utopia, and only 500,000 people is what they said will be here. So that's a lot of killing. They were told not to damage the grass or the earth or any green plant, but only the people who did not have the seal of God on their forehead. So there are those that have the seal of God.
What's the seal on your forehead? Nigga, that's the third eye. So the activation of this fire snake, this Kundalini energy, that's that seal. You are protected. When you activate, when you decode this reality around you, you start shifting the illusion of this existence. Because you start realizing everything is coming from within. Just like in Matrix, Neo, he said, once you understand you're the one, you won't even have to duck the bullets. That is a metaphor. That, nigga, you can project yourself into a reality where none of that shit even exists. Because you are perceiving everything through what? That third eye. That constant loop, them chakras that run through you. So the seal on the forehead is the activation of that fire snake. The fire that melts the code around you. Decoding. Hey, say, twin. Y'all make sure y'all follow 7 from the 7th dimension. I'll see you, 2020. On bro them, bro. Been cracking these codes. Like the 7 chakras. The exact same energy. Appreciate you, twin.
Ain't that something? You think living for God is gonna be a choice, boy? You gonna want to live for God during this time. You see these scorpions flying. Come on. Come on.
Scorpion is an arachnid. The World Wide Web was started at CERN. The web, the arachnid, the spider that's spinning, the web, the pattern, over and over again. The patterns you perceive on the web. All your information that's came through what? The World Wide Web. The same shit a spider spin. You are on the planet, the web, the World Wide Web. So information can start being deleted and edited because you think this shit is real. Like the reel of a movie. And that's why most of your Mandela effects have been through what? Hollywood. The casting of a spell. Ta-da! Where you stare at the black mirror and receive this information. Hypnotism. MK Ultra. Appreciate you, gang. Y'all make sure y'all follow bro them. I mean that. Get y'all real lessons, bro. Be tapping in. I ain't even gonna hold you. Make sure y'all follow bro. Get your shit together. Because he be saying some of this same shit in his own form. Of this whole, you get this whole different universe of understanding of this reality. Through your own perception. Alright.
Come on, Tim. The locusts were not given permission to kill them, but only to torture them for 5 months, and their torture was like that of a scorpion when it stings a person.
What does a locust do? A locust consumes, eats shit. Just like the eating of memory. M.E. Mandela effects, memory, me. Eating up the mind. Consuming that shit. And that's why you hardly remember what you ate 2 Tuesdays ago. What you was mad about 5 Wednesdays ago. Time is just a constant loop being consumed. Ate the fuck up. On the clock. Tick-tock. That constant consumption. The eating of the field. You have a magnetic field. The Taurus field. What do locusts do? They go into the field and eat shit up. Woo! Your memory, your magnetic field.
Will seek death, but will not be able to find it. Didn't I tell y'all that Google
you will
said,
seek death, but you'll not be able to find it. Just like you die, you only change colors, change into a different human. You on a constant loop over and over again, the same day, over and over again. Have you died? You don't even know. You've never even felt death. You just keep living in a loop. Do you die? Everybody else that's died, but have you died? This shit be fucking me up. I be like, God damn, how the fuck? I make it out of all the shit I made it out of. Niggas just don't die in this bitch. Just keep living forever. In a loop. If you see the same tree over and over, and the tree keep getting taller, that don't mean your ass ain't in a loop and you ain't lost. You're still going in the same circle, just like your growth. You keep going through the same dates, the same time, the same calendars. Just because you get a little bit older, you look a little bit different. You say, I'm going in a straight line. But really, you're going in what? A circle, a 360. That cycle, that constant loop. Just like the moon, over and over again. Go through the same loops over and over again. Looping. First thing your ass learn is to tie your shoes. Loop these bitches up. Physical, the phi cycle. Golden ratio cycle. God damn.
And in the year, 2025 or something, they're going to find out how to live forever? They already
Now, he wrote this in 2016. What you got today? Neuralink. All these ways. You gonna learn how to live forever. Just shift your brain into Neuralink. Switch your shit over, bro. You gonna be able to live forever. In your mind, you gonna put your ass in a constant loop. And who's selling that Neuralink shit? Cause you ain't putting shit in my brain. I'll tell you that shit right now, twin. Terminator came from the future. We talking about time, Mandela effects, revelations, revealing something. What are we revealing? That time wasn't an illusion itself? That it was a constant loop you've been perceiving? When you wake up like your ass been woke up on the beach, deserted and shit, and remember all this shit, you be like, oh, this is my life, and then you have all these things outside. Like Inception, like a dream. Like hypnotism, you're getting very sleepy. But anyways, bro, I'm just talking shit, y'all. All of this is for science fiction, gang. Ain't none of this real, twin. I appreciate everybody being here.
Immortal gene?
Yeah, this ain't real. This is
forever in eternal life.
Anybody want access to this document, go to the link in the bio, 360 pack number 25, to whom it may concerns. I appreciate everybody being here on Babies on Brother.
I believe it's going to be a regeneration thing. I really believe that. You know how they cut a tail off and let it grow back? I believe it's going to be something like that where you can't die. You don't better die.
The reptile, the Ouroboros, the loop, the reptile, your nervous system. Cut off the tail, the shit grow back. The head eating its own tail, the clock.
It says, but death is going to flee. They will long to die, but death will flee from them. Ain't that powerful? This is who gonna people gonna take the mark of the beast because of this promise.
Nigga, that's a loop. You want to die, but death flees from you.
Come on, live forever. Just take it smart and let us change your DNA. We're gonna have to. We're gonna change you. We're gonna fill you full of this antimatter. Is what we're gonna do. Change you into a whole different being. That's why there's no redemption after you accept.
What do you think they mean by Lil Wayne, I am a Martian, and you be like, these niggas clones? What do you think has already happened? You've already passed into this. It's been told right in front of you. Lil Wayne said, I am not a human being. Right in your face. You see these entities start to act different and look completely different. So you already got a shifting of specific individuals. And if I open portals, I gotta find somebody to connect to. Why are there 60 million plasma centers now? Now you got an entity called the plasmoids. Like what portal, what door has been opened that we are aware of because they show you every damn day, but we don't want to be aware of.
Accept the mark because you're no longer going to even be a human. be able to be redeemed. Because you won't be redeemable. You will have been transformed from a human into whatever else, probably a devil, some type of devil. Is this too much? Now the locusts look like horses equipped for battle. On their heads was something like crowns similar to gold. Their faces looked like men's faces. They had hair like women. They had teeth like lions' teeth. They had breastplates like iron.
Teeth like lions' teeth. Lying. Always lying about some shit. Like your first slave ship that ever hit America was called the White Lion. You wouldn't know that unless you watched the movie Leave the World Behind that was created by an African American named Barack Hussein Obama. You know, the movie where the world shuts down, they don't know where they under attack from. Man, stop playing with this shit, bro. You know, because his mom, not his dad, is associated with the first slave that ever came. The timeline so merged together, the shit is funny. The white lion, teeth of a lion. Like the same shit you use with your mouth to lie in this bitch. Make up shit. Create timelines for certain people. The chosen ones. To detour them from who they really is and what this shit really is. Because they hold that power. Damn, I got restricted. As soon as I said that shit, restricted.
Like our
all right, y'all, it's almost time to wrap this up.
The wings was like the noise of many horses.
Bro, then we gotta get the fuck out of here.
They have tails and stingers like scorpions. Their ability to injure people for 5 months. One sting, 5 months is in their tails. They have the king over them, the angel of the abyss, whose name in the Hebrew is Abaddon, and in the Greek it's Apollyon, which is right where the town of that's what they got their CERN at. Apollyon. Are y'all there? Now, I'm gonna stop here because I'm gonna pick this up.
Niggas don't get this shit. Like, you see this museum? You think that shit normal, don't you? The Barack Museum. Like some alien shit. Different dimension. This CERN shit, bro, talking about.
We're gonna go into it deeper when on my next part. But what I'm telling y'all is the Bible is true. It is the only book that can tell you what's happening now. Every other book that they use in Quran, whatever book they got, does not have the accurate prophetic word. That's how you know that we're serving a living God. Because he gave you a word thousands of years ago that is coming to pass with pinpoint accuracy. And I would tell you, man, get to know, get right. I don't even think it's enough to just to say you saved. You're going to have to live this life. I don't know about y'all, but that doesn't sound like a good place. And I don't want my children to have to live and not understand that, look, do you see what's coming? It's coming whether you're ready or not. They said September, this thing is going to be up to full power. And they scared to death about what's going to come, but they still going to do it. Still going to do it. Because they got a covenant with Lucifer. They know who's coming. Them fake Jews know their God is Lucifer. They know who their God is. Them Freemasons got an agreement with Lucifer to bring him, to get him, which they call him the light bearer. That's what they're bringing here, which is the man of sin, which is the beast, the false church, which is the false prophet, which is the Pope, the universal religion of Catholicism. That is, the Pope said every religion must come under the Catholic Church. So that's why the Catholic Church is.
That's wrong. And in a sense, it has. Because when you start getting into the taxes and the Republic and the Democrat, all this shit, you're really stepping into that Roman Republic. So really, truly, the world is already under this specific regime. That's why Kobe came from Italy. That's one of the biggest Roman fucking rituals that has ever happened. And LeBron James, King James coming right after that, completing that ritual for them. So you see this weird-ass synchronicity, magical shit that's happening with basketball. And like I said, basketball is ran by gambling. Gambling came from Italy. Mafia, Rome. So you still dealing with that energy, guessing this, and you playing with the game. This shit is already taken over. The invasion has already started. You should have knew there was an invasion when your timeline started with a country being invaded. Like, what the fuck is the difference? It's the same invasion over and over and over again. That's why today you an African American speaking English all over the place, invaded. Like compromise and shit. But everybody else know where they from. I'm from here. For some reason, only one group don't know where they from. Nigga, that's the chosen ones. Oh, fuck you can't never fool no nigga like me. Everybody else know where they from. I'm from here. I did this, I'm that. You the only nigga confused, and that means you're the chosen one. You've been the one invaded. And good. Don't know what the fuck you came from.
False prophet.
That's a loop, confusing shit through this fake history timeline shit.
Then they're going to give their power to the beast. Then they're going to establish his image, and you're going to have to bow down and worship him.
You already bowed down and worshipped it. Fuck you mean? The clock, the almighty clock, the 666, the beast, the 369. Every time you say, what time is it? The CERN, the loop, the clock. The mark of the beast, no man can buy or sell without it. The 6 and the 12, you dealing with that time cycle shit. And everybody has to abide to that time. You think people always perceive time the way you do, but they haven't. You've had way more awareness. That's what remote viewing and when you have intuition and your third eye activate, you start jumping timelines and shit and perceiving things before it even happened.
Off with your head. You're going to take the mark off with your head. So I just believe God is going to try those that are his. That's why I try to tell y'all. See, y'all waiting for the rapture, but there are people over there that's getting their head cut off now. Well, they rapture. It's really narcissistic of us. You know, in America, we are narcissists. We really think we're so great that God's waiting on us. What about them people? Why ain't you rapturing them people? They getting their head cut off now. Where they rapture? They said before the bad tribulation come, ain't that what we've been told all our life? That you're supposed to be caught away. Where is it?
Get out, trash. This first class isn't for...
Alright, so like I said, if anybody has any questions or concerns, make sure you go to the link, get your 360 packs, your name reads, your book reads, all of those different aspects of Library of My Yacht. All that information is available for you. We've been banned for like the last hour, y'all, so we're going to slide out for a second. I appreciate everybody being here. Alright, make sure you get 360 pack number 25 to whom it may concerns if you want more of this information. We appreciate you on Babies on Brother, Mother, Brethren. Say to you.